Dude, it's Arizona. What the what am I getting on what? What am I
taking you out?
What am I?
I'm just trying to keep you out of jail.
No.
And you want a chest bump us? You can go ahead and do that. And guess where you're going to end up? In my jail.
Yeah, I want to know where.
You can either calm down and go home.
No, what am I doing wrong?
You're too intoxicated. You're trying to pick fights with people. Every club has asked you to leave multiple times.
Club?
Every club you've gone to.
On what? What am I doing?
I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I 602?
I don't know what that is. That's a California code. I don't know what that is.
602 resident?
I don't know what that is.
What am I trespassing on?
This place kicked you out.
On what regimen?
You're not even hearing me. I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
I'm understanding. What am I on?
You're not understanding anything, my man.
I'm trying to.
But you're not.
What are they?
What is the hard part about just going home so you don't get into trouble?
The seemingly very intoxicated man on the right is California's cop Drew Scott Romo of the Roseville Police Department, who prior to this interaction was accused of being too drunk, disorderly, and aggressive towards these bouncers and passerby, as well as getting kicked out of multiple bars in the area.
Arizona law requires that if a bar realizes you're too intoxicated, they must remove you within 30 minutes.
On your own.
You've been removed. There's no drunken public law. You don't have that here in the state of Arizona. They're kicking you out because you're inside their establishment too intoxicated. That's a state law. They're removing you. They're obligated by law to remove you from the premises.
Asking
Holy cow. You're too intoxicated to understand what I'm even telling you.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, now you're gonna go home? You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home? Serious? Now you want to go home.
Let's sit him down.
Dude, I have law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona.
I don't understand.
So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
What's your job?
My job is to take you to jail now because you can't be an adult. Have a seat.
It is quite the breath of fresh air to see law enforcement treat another member of law enforcement with the same contempt and callousness as they treat citizens with. But don't let that distract you from the fact that these officers gave Romo multiple opportunities to stop the interaction on his own volition and made a concerted effort to let Romo go as long as he was behaving.
I don't want to do this, but that's just no choice. That's okay. Well, this was our check subject at El Jefe, and then our check subject at International.
Oh, so you can
And then we rode away, and now we're out with them for the 3rd time this evening.
ID in my wallet.
We've given you so many checks. We already talked. Do you know that you already talked to us tonight? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I understand.
How long ago was that? Minutes ago we talked to you.
Yeah.
How about a couple hours ago when you refused service into another bar and we told you to go home? Just go home. It's time to go home. You can't get into any more bars. Your buddies asked you to leave and you would not leave, and you walked off on your own and they left you.
But it's a bar.
That's what you're not getting.
Cuffs are pretty hefty on me.
All right, man. I'm gonna double check when we finish this. You got a large wrist, so
I do.
I do. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be in cuffs, so.
Well, I would agree with you, but unfortunately, here we are. Okay.
But can we adjust them a little bit?
We sure can.
I
Yep, I'd be
appreciate
happy to do that. Check these cuffs.
Can I chill out? Or no?
I wish you would have chilled out, bro.
Come on, bro.
Hey.
I'm gonna chill out for you. Can I chill out or no?
Yeah, please do chill out.
I'm in custody. I understand that. Can I chill out or no?
I don't know what that means, man.
Can I hang out in custody without being in cuffs?
No, you have to be in handcuffs, man.
Even after everything he's been through thus far, Romo still has the audacity to ask if he could be let out of cuffs, still playing up his law enforcement persona despite it failing throughout.
Tell you the truth.
My advice to you is just sit down, be quiet.
Totally. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. But I'm also trying to understand the charge. And I'm also
They
trying
just
to
told you
understand.
we could charge you with
They
disorderly
didn't tell me the
conduct
charge,
assault.
though. Sir,
Okay.
they didn't tell me the charge.
I'm telling it to you right now.
I appreciate you telling me.
Disorderly conduct and assault.
Okay. I
We're
appreciate
choosing
you
to
telling
just
me.
go with disorderly conduct because we charge you with assault. You're probably going to get terminated.
Okay. I understand that. I appreciate you telling me that because I didn't understand that. And nobody told me that. So I appreciate you
because we're trying to be as solid and just
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right.
Romo's tone does a complete 180 once the lieutenant arrives, even after lying about not being told the charges he was being arrested for.
Yes.
Is that going on record?
Is what going on what record?
647F.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, man.
647F. It's going on my record.
Spread your feet.
I can't walk.
No, you're done walking. You need to spread your feet.
Romo is then searched by the officers before being taken to jail, where he could allegedly cause even more disturbances before eventually being taken back to his friends, who were celebrating a bachelor party later that morning.
Okay.
Prisoner.
Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe that you can go out and act accordingly in society. From what I understand, you're dialing 911. You're continuously.
I can't breathe, sir.
You're continuously banging on the jail cell doors.
Because I can't breathe. I have anxiety.
I completely understand the anxiety part.
I am sobering up. What do you want me to do? I feel like an animal here, and this ain't right.
You've arrested
Cop to cop.
You've arrested people, right?
I have.
And they end up in a jail, right?
I have.
So you were arrested. So you end up in a jail. There's nothing we can do special for you because of your situation.
The look on Romo's face when he realizes just how inhumane our prison system is, quite priceless, especially because he's in a holding cell and knows he'll eventually be released in a few hours, unlike the hundreds of thousands of incarcerated people across the country living in uninhabitable conditions for years on end with no way out in sight.
You got to help us out too, being a police officer.
What do I need to do?
Not call 911.
I'm calling 911 because I can't breathe.
Okay, do you remember the...
No one's answering my call. You gotta give me something.
Yeah, we housed you alone.
Drew.
Dude,
That's the best thing.
I can't breathe in
Drew,
here.
do you remember prior to the George Floyd incident that we got in the habit of saying, if you can talk, you can breathe? Do you remember that?
I understand.
So the fact that you're able to raise your voice, the fact that you're able to bang on a door, the fact that you're able to dial 911 leads me to believe, or a reasonable person to believe, that you are able to get oxygen into your lungs.
Have you ever been trapped in a jail cell?
I have not. I have not made poor decisions enough to wind myself up into this.
What was my poor decision?
But what I can tell you is I do have asthma and I do take an inhaler. So I can sympathize with you when I do have that feeling of the entrapment. But what I can offer to you is that we're going to open up your tray door here. And if you'd like, you can get some fresh air that comes through there. Until you decide to stop banging on the jail door and calling 911, you're going to sit in here. The sooner that you can just take a little nap and wake up and kind of be in a better mood, the sooner that you're going to get out of here. I have to report back to your lieutenant this evening, and now I got to report back this behavior furthermore.
What's the behavior?
So you've been nothing but disruptive in the jail facility this evening.
I can't breathe.
Okay, sir. I'm done. Do you have any questions for me besides
I do.
the fact
I'm asking, how do I get out of this?
He just told you.
take a nap?
According to the uploader, the footage Real World Police, Romo was actually held accountable for his behavior and was fired from the Roseville Police Department less than a week after the incident took place.